Hey, what's going on? You know who it is. You know what it is. All right, you guys. I'm gonna damn. I'm sitting up using a remote control to try to turn down the value of my computer, but nevertheless, Regis Prograis clearly beats Jojo Diaz. Worst case scenario, 6 rounds to 4. Best case scenario, 7-3. Regis' legs almost betrayed him a couple of times in the fight, but he clearly won using clean punching, great combination punching, utilizing his jab. It wasn't because Jojo Diaz was just dominating the fight. Regis got caught a couple of times and it looked like he was hurt and was on the verge of getting stopped, but Regis clearly won that fight. And Sergio Mora is so full of shit. And I'm gonna have to call Sergio Mora out for clearly showing his Mexican bias. At the end of the day, I get it, Sergio, you Mexican and all that kind of stuff. But man, come on, man. Don't try to make it look like Jojo Diaz won that fight. The fight wasn't even close, dude. You know, it wasn't even close. And I'm not gonna sit up there and let you, insult people's intelligence. And I am gonna call you out for your Mexican bias. Regis clearly outboxed Jojo Diaz. It wasn't a hard fight to score. At the end of the day, Regis was, like I said, Regis was executing his game plan a whole lot better than Jojo Diaz was. Jojo Diaz was eating leather from beginning to end. Except for the moments where Regis got staggered, Regis was clearly winning those rounds. So for people to sit up here and try to say that the fight was the nose, and come on, Chris, but they be doing that sometimes. But I will say this about Regis Prograis. I'm really concerned where Regis goes from here. You know, Regis is welterweight now, so yeah, he was losing his legs, and I know he said he only got buzzed like one time. But Regis, I get it. You a fighter. You don't want to, you know, let the next potential opponent know that you got hurt several times. You can sit up there and say you was faking it, but yeah, it was looking like Regis' legs were betraying him, but Regis would get it together for most of the fight. And I think they were making too much. I think they were making too much out of it. But like I said, one thing about me, I go to these fights. I done been to plenty of fights. I didn't. At the end of the day, Jojo Diaz did not win that fucking fight. The robbery and a draw would have been out of line, you know. So I'm just keeping it 100. Like I said, Regis won. The right guy won the fight. Now I know one of the judges had it like maybe 8-2 in favor of Regis, but like I said before, Regis to me won. Best case scenario, 7 rounds. Worst case scenario, 6 rounds, which means he was clearly in control of the fight. Okay, you can't sit up there and give a guy a moment for almost, because at the end of the day, Regis never touched the canvas. Regis never touched the canvas. At the end of the day, he continued to box. And for the most of the rounds, if you was looking at the rounds, he was dominating the rounds until towards the end of a couple of rounds, he might get caught. So you tell me who's winning the fight. I'm just tired of this stuff. Guys like me gonna call it how it is. I'm not finna sit up here and play these games. I'm not gonna, sit up here and try to comfort people and sit up here and say what people want me to say. Had it been the other way around, I would have said, had Jojo Diaz did to Regis what Regis did to Jojo Diaz, if it was in reverse, I would have had Jojo Diaz winning the fight. 3 or 4 good moments in the fight doesn't resonate and doesn't mean you should get rewarded a fight. Come on, man. Can we stop it? But like I said before, I get it, Sergio. You Mexican. I know up there, and I know you're gonna sit up there and over enhance the performance of your guy. That's cool. But let's not be stupid here. Regis clearly won the fight. Regis should move on, I think. But I will say this much. So, as I said before, Regis won the fight. Clearly won the fight. Once again, best case scenario 7-3, worst case 6-4. Clearly outboxed Jojo Diaz. So we're not going to sit up here and play these games and try to, have where you got a guy that has an occasional moment versus a guy who was basically dominating most of the rounds. Nah, that isn't how boxing works. And I don't know what this guy's talking about, so we're going to block him. So, you know, I'm just keeping it a buck, but it was a good fight. It's definitely a fight of the year candidate. It was a great fight. I don't know how Regis, just my fair assessment. I'm kind of like, I really think this over because, like I said, I'm not gonna lie, I am being a little bit of a prisoner of the moment. But once I settle down, I'm really gonna think about this. Like, what does Regis do from this point on? I mean, I'm just keeping it 100. You know, Regis is fighting at welterweight. I mean, what do you do? Josh Taylor is gone, so you know, no need to pursue a rematch. The Devin Haney fight was pretty much a one-sided fight. So what is out there for Regis? But yeah, hell of a fight though. Hell of a fight. But yeah, I had Regis winning, but yeah, Sergio, stop it, dude. Stop it. Trying to say Jojo won that fight, man. If you don't sit down, if I guess you was sitting down, Sergio, but like, come on, Sergio, keep it 100, bro. You know, Jojo Diaz did win that fight. Wasn't even close. So now we got Kenneth Sims coming up versus Oscar Duarte. I mean, if they want to run it back, I'm okay with that. But let's not make it look like it was a robbery or that Jojo Diaz won that fight. I mean, I think he had a couple of good moments, but I mean, he clearly lost the fight. Regis already said he trying to, fight for a title again. But he said if Oscar put up some big money, they'd do it again. But I mean, if they fought again, I wouldn't have no choice but to watch it because I cover boxing. I mean, this is what I do. But yeah, man, cut the shit though. Stop it, Sergio. You know damn well Jojo Diaz didn't win that fight. You too, Chris. And I'll tell them right to their face. Sometimes you just got to keep it 100 with these dudes. One thing I will say about Oscar De La Hoya, when you cover a Golden Boy fight, Oscar don't try to muzzle you. He will let you, he don't try to muzzle you like the PBC sometimes be trying to do because the PBC got a lot of sensitive fighters. 6'4" is fine. That's what I said. I said best case scenario 7'3", worst case scenario 6. Yeah. I'm sorry, Jojo just didn't do enough. But at Regis could fight Stayonis. He can fight Stayonis, see where him and Stayonis is as fighters, even though Stayonis would be coming off a loss. But yeah, Regis clearly dominated for the most part. He was dominating those rounds for the most part. I mean, he was putting blenders on Jojo Diaz, hitting him with blistering combination. And Regis was looking, those combinations Regis was throwing was beautiful. But the problem is Regis, he keeps his gloves way down. And sometimes he has his head out and he dips his head. So of course, when you fight with your gloves down and you dip your head forward, yeah, you can get clipped. Look at this. Look right now. Look at this picture right now. That's the problem with Regis. He dips too much. When you dipping, if you got a good hook, you can catch him. You can catch him with a good short. You catch him with a good short shot, or you can catch him with a hook, or you know, or a good lead. All right, you guys. So the main event is coming up. We definitely will talk about the main event, but yeah, Regis won that fight. And don't be a pawn in the game. Yeah. But Regis, I can't say Regis got to work on that pawn because Regis is at this point in his career. Basically, you can't change him. This is who he is. I mean, he's 36 years old. So can you change Regis at this point? Probably not. You could tell that, you know, that his best years is behind him. Yeah, it's just too hard to try to make adjustments at 36, man. You are who you are. And that's just basically it. But yeah. All right, man. I'll catch you guys later. Main event. Let's get it.